Hello, hello students. How are you? This is Dr. Pallavi Gupta. I will discuss part 1 of Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Act 1994, which were earlier known as PNPDT Act. I will discuss background of the enactment of PNDT Act and how it convert into a PCPNDT Act, the object of PCPNDT Act and the salient feature of the PCPNDT Act. PNDT Act means Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Regulation and Prevention of Misuse Act 1994. The background of this act is clearly shows by this picture that it was enacted to save the girl child. As we know, the ultrasound technique was introduced in 1980s to diagnose some sick or illness, but it gained widespread popularity in India in 1990s, specifically for sex selection. Sex selection is any act of identifying the sex of fetus and elimination of the fetus if it is of the unwanted sex. Since in our country there has been a tendency to produce children until a male hair is born, the birth of the girl child was not accepted by the Indian family. It was not welcomed. The result was that such centers become center of female feticide. Misuse of ultrasound of prenatal sex determination gave rise to a flourishing industry worth thousands of crores. Various organizations working for the welfare and upliftment of the women raised their voice against such an abuse. It was considered necessary to bring out a legislation to regulate the use of such techniques and to stop the misuse of such techniques. Therefore, the Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Act was passed in 1994 to stop female feticide and arrest the declining sex ratio in country. Although this act was enacted after the direction of the Supreme Court in a PIL, this act banned the use of sex selection techniques after conception and prevent the misuse of prenatal diagnostic technique for sex selective abortion. This act came into force in January 1996. However, this act was not effectively implemented mainly because it did not specify the techniques of sex selection and it did not bring all techniques within its ambit. With the advent of new sophisticated preconception sex selection technologies like sperm separation, the girl child's elimination started becoming more subtle, refined, and probably also more socially accepted. The result was a declining child sex ratio. In India, it has declined rapidly and has potential to cause demographic nightmare and societal tension. With this happening, a PIL was filed in 1998 in the Supreme Court in the case of Center for Inquiry into Health and Allied Themes versus Union of India. There was a series of orders by the Supreme Court, and finally, the Honorable Supreme Court directed the government to provide the Act more teeth by covering new preconception sex selection techniques. Thus, the PNDT Act was amended and nomenclature was given as a Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Technique Prohibition of Sex Selection Act 2003. It came into existence. With the enactment of this act, the use of prenatal diagnostic technique for sex selective abortion was made an offensive crime. The amendment which was introduced in this act in 2003 are like it bring all the techniques for techniques of preconception sex selection, including ultrasound within the ambit of the Act. Every genetic counseling center, genetic laboratory, or genetic clinic engaged in counseling or conducting prenatal diagnostic techniques like IVF with the potential of sex selection before and after conception comes under preview of the PCPNDT Act and are banned. It empowers the Central Supervisory Board, a state supervisory board, to monitor this act. The provision for more was more stringent made for the punishment. It empowered appropriate authority with the power of civil court, and power has been given to search and seizure and sealing the machine and equipment of the violator. It regulates the sale of the ultrasound machine only to registered bodies. Regarding the object of PCP and DT Act, it is showing very well in this picture that to stop female feticide, or to save girl child. It provides for the provision of sex selection before or after conception. It regulates the use of prenatal diagnostic techniques only to detect genetic abnormalities, metabolic disorder, chromosomal abnormalities, and these several disorders which are related to sex. It criminalizes non-maintenance of the medical records for records by obstet. Yes, it make non-maintenance of the medical record. It make the criminal. It is the offense, and it also says that uh, it make the registration of the diagnostic laboratories and all genetic counseling center is compulsory. Yes, salient feature of the PCPNDT Act 1994. This picture very clearly shows the salient feature, means that the act not only prohibit determination and disclosure of the sex of fetus, but also bans advertisement related to preconception and prenatal determination of sex. Means sex determination is totally prohibited. All the technologies of the sex determination, including the new chromosomal separation techniques, have come under the ambit of the Act. It regulates the use of prenatal diagnostic techniques such as ultrasound and amniocentesis. The sonographer are allowed to use the ultrasound for the following diagnosis related to sex-linked disorder, metabolic disorder, genetic abnormalities, abnormalities related to chromosomes, malformation. Under this act, it is mentioned that no laboratory or the center or clinic will conduct any test, including ultrasonography, for the purpose of determining the sex of fetus. Further, it is mentioned that all ultrasound scanning machines have to be registered, and the manufacturer are required to furnish information about the clinics and the practitioner to whom the ultrasound machine has been sold. The Act has made mandatory in all ultrasonographic units the permanent display of a signboard that clearly indicates that detection, revelation of the sex of the fetus is illegal. The Act mentioned that no person, including the one who is conducting the procedure as per the law, will communicate the sex of the fetus to the pregnant woman or her relative by words, sign, or any other method. Means they will not use the words like Jai Shri Krishna for the boy, Jai Mata Lakshmi for the girl to communicate about the sex of the fetus. Appropriate authority has given more power of search and seizure and stealing the machine and equipment of the violators, and it has been given power of the civil court. Further, it says that any person who puts an advertisement for prenatal and preconception sex determination facility in the form of a notice, circular, label, wrapper, or any document or advertise through interior or other media in electronic or print media or engage in any visible representation made by means of hoarding, wall painting, signal, sound, smoke, gas can be imprisonment for up to 3 years and 10,000 rupees. Further, it says that there are certain offences under this Act which include conducting or helping in the conduct of prenatal diagnostic techniques in the registered unregistered units. Means the place where the these techniques are using has to be registered. If it is using in unregistered place, in that case, this will be considered as offence. And these techniques are used for the sex selection on a man or woman. It is conducting PNDT test for any purpose other than the mention in the act. It sell, distribute, supply, or rent any of the ultrasound machine or any other equipment capable of determining sex of the fetus to unregistered unit. It is a offense. This act made compulsory registration for all the diagnostic laboratories, all genetic council, center, clinics, and ultrasound clinics. If they are not registered, it will be considered as a offense under this act. So this is all about background of the enactment of PCPNDT Act, what is and the object of PCPNDT Act and salient feature of the PCPNDT Act. This act was broadly we can say this act was made to stop the social evil which was related to killing of the fetus. And the next topic will be the professional obligation under PCPNDT Act Part 2. Thank you. Thank you very much.